Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. And I mean, this is just like a... first of all, this was going to be like a type of where have I been video, but I don't think that's going to be very interesting. It just kind of means, the quick overview of it is traveling, different countries, and a lot of stuff going on, whatever, not very important. But I wanted to do a quick kind of, update of this. There's not any angles I can show this at. But, I thought it would be quite interesting. Because, the server videos, they're not obviously great, but a few people watch them. A few people are interested, so content. But seriously, they look very different from the last time you guys seen them. If I do this, then you can kind of see how they line up. I'm going to sit down because I'm lazy. But, yeah, this is it at the moment. Now, it may be a bit loud. I don't know if you can see. Well, 4K camera quality. Actually is 4K. But, yeah, these are on, basically. This whole server's on. And these drives here, so these 5, are running in a RAID 5. And this one is the OS. The RAID 5 is... If you guys don't know RAID, basically it takes... So let's just say I have 5 of these drives, and these are all the same drives. So these are all enterprise drive SAS drives. Enterprise drive SAS drives. But yeah, they're all SAS, and these ones are all 2 terabyte SASs. Everything is 2 terabyte SAS, basically. But this server, it has... Oh god, I can't remember what this one has. I think this one just has my WD Blacks. The other enterprise drives. But anyway, yeah. So... The good thing about these ones are, because it's RAID 5, during a quick overview, it takes 5 of your drives, for example in my case, you can have more, and it does one of them with parity. I'm not going to try and explain parity, it's to do with like equations that tells you the sum of bits or something, can rebuild your data if one drive just dies. But go watch other people, they can explain it much better, and this isn't really a RAID video, but whatever. So, these are storing important stuff. These are all running important stuff. Stuff I don't really want to die if a hard drive dies. So, important redundancy. And redundancy is not backup, so that's what this server's for. Eventually, as you can just see, it has blanks. Look at these hard drives. These are just blanks. I have another caddy, if I can reach. There. Hopefully you guys saw that. I'm still sitting down, as you can see. But, yeah, this one will be filled with caddies again, and so you can see 2 terabyte SAS drives. But yeah, anyway, so this is going to be, I'm thinking all 4 terabytes, and then you have obviously 4, 8, 16, 24. I think that's right. Jesus Christ, this is why I'm going to fail maths. But yeah, so 24 terabytes of backup, which technically isn't enough. I kind of want to go 10 terabyte drives, and obviously 20, 40, 60, I can count. And that should be enough for everything, hopefully. And my PC, which is a bit further forwards because my headphones died. RIP. But yeah, so that's going to be like a backup server. These 2 are my main servers I'm using at the moment. This one's off because the things that it runs don't need to be on right now. So no point keeping it on just for, a lot of people turn on all their servers just to kind of show off in videos. Make it like, yes, I'm using all 24 petabytes of storage. But, there's no point, really. I don't need them on. This one's on, because this one's actually being used right now. So, you know what. It's also running an Ark server. So, if you guys play Ark Survival Evolved, then hit comments, and you can come join. If you guys actually want to join. There's no point putting the IP out there if no one wants to come join, because it's kind of useless, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, so, getting off topic of things. Backup server is new. I'm pretty sure when I've done my other video, actually, I just have one 710, which was this one. So, 3 new ones for anyone who can't count, like me, apparently. Backup server, this one runs Ark currently, and a couple other things. This one kind of runs Minecraft servers sometimes, and it also does some rendering. But this one's taking on rendering as well now, because this one is more powerful, has 4 more cores, and like 12 gigs more of RAM. So, just a bit better, I guess. But, yeah, that one does that. This one is kind of a test machine at the moment, because the other caddy up there has got my computer, it's got an ISO file of my computer's whole drive, and it took about 12 hours to make because it's a 1 terabyte ISO. But yeah, that goes in there because this one doesn't have any operating system. It has drives, just doesn't have an operating system yet, because I haven't really needed it yet, actually. But yeah, this one's going to be doing some stuff. I'll explain that in a minute. But yeah, so this one is kind of just a test machine as at the second, because my computer had some weird issues with files not moving very quick, and I think my Windows installation got corrupt or something. But when I repaired it, because I don't want to repair it on my actual machine to have it break even more, which is how it happened in the first place, I take the ISO, put it on here, test it out with no care in the world. It breaks, I restart it with the same ISO, and then skadoosh, it's done, I guess. But yeah, I'll give you a quick, I mean, that's pretty much that, really. Actually, I can't really explain it any more on this server, except from the future use. It's going to be kind of just hosting a load of different things. This one has a lot of RAM, and it's got a decent CPU, well, 2 CPUs. They all have 2 CPUs. But yeah, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty powerful. These 3 are identical, and okay, no, I've lost the other one. There is another server, but I forgot about it. Yeah, these 3 are identical. This one's slightly less powerful. It has, obviously in the other video I told you guys, it has dual 4-core Xeons and 32 gigs of RAM. These have dual 6-core Xeons with 48 gigs of RAM. Not too much more powerful, but if you need those extra cores and extra bit of RAM, it obviously is beneficial. These will eventually go into a VMware cluster, so if I need to, I can make a machine with whatever, 24 cores and 80 gigs of RAM if I need it. Because, you know what, it's just kind of easier to make a virtual machine with everything you need instead of having to go, you know, whatever. But yeah, I'm in the process of moving things onto each server to make it a bit easier and have things kind of separated. So, for example, I could have a web hosting server. It wouldn't be this one, it has less RAM, but I'd have a web hosting server, game server, chat server, testing server. I always kind of want a testing server, because let's just say you want to test out a new piece of software. For example, I'm now just testing out a backup software, which is what this one's going to be running. And I don't really want to test it with a main machine, because if it breaks, then I'm kind of boned. If it doesn't, I mean, yeah, if it breaks, I'm boned, and whatever, I can just restart, do a fresh install, I don't really care. But if it doesn't break, then I can actually deploy it on working servers, which is going to be great. These 2 are going to be on a lot of the time. This one more at the moment, but these 2 will be on quite a lot of the time. This one will come in with more kind of web servers, whatever. And then this one, like I said, is a backup server. I'm also going to buy another one, not a 710, probably unless I can find one cheap enough, because it doesn't need to be nowhere near powerful, and it's going to run pfSense. I think I touched on that in the networking video. But yeah, it's going to run pfSense, and it's going to deal with all that, and it's also going to be connected to the Ubiquiti switch, so I can do Ubiquiti gear, because obviously not wireless. You can put a wireless card in it, but I think that's just kind of stupid. But I mean, whatever, you do what you need in your setup. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much that. The reason this video is happening, really, is not because I've bought 3 more of them since then, and it's not because, I mean, you know, whatever, I think maybe this one's new, I can't quite remember. But yeah, it's not because I bought more stuff, it's because this rack is going. And you'll see, maybe, oh, I'm not standing up, can't be asked. But yeah, it's a 27U rack, it's fairly decent, I like it, does what I need it to do. Also, this one's filling up a bit more. But yeah, it does what it needs to do. It's just kind of full at the moment. And you may be like, yeah, there's a bit of a space there, and a massive space, yeah, there's a screen there, that one's being replaced. And that little gap there is just because convenience for the moment. I'll explain maybe in the other video when I get everything into the new rack. But this thing was moved, that big white cabinet was moved. I will actually stand up and stop being lazy. Oh, effort, there's headphones. Yeah, so it's not very big. I think it's 4.5 foot, I don't know. But yeah, all these drives are currently in the process of being moved on to a different machine. Sees the WD Blacks, Windows. And basically, I need them to all be moved over to a server, because they all have some sort of something on them I actually need. Yeah, and yeah, obviously this was moved over because it was over in this corner. You can't really see it was there, because good job. But this one, the new one is 42 U's. It was going to be 47 originally, but I mean, I will definitely explain the rack in a different video. That was way too much hassle. I'm not going to really kind of disclose too much, but don't buy racks from the people I did. Anyway, so the 42Us, anyone knows, it's quite high. It will come up to around here. Not as in when my hand is, but I mean on the wall. It'll come to about there. The 47 would come to about there. It's kind of complicated to explain. But anyway, use his measurements quickly, but cool. Yeah, that's just basically kind of like a rack update vlog, I guess. Because there's not too much new. I just run Arc servers extra now, and a few more servers, backup servers, test servers, you know. So, yeah, I need one more server at minimum, and I'm kind of considering a 310 to be honest. I'd like to get a 710, because then in future, I don't have to get rid of the 310, I can just put an extra CPU and some more RAM into a 710, and then use it as a main machine. But yeah, I don't want to virtualize pfSense because I don't like the fact that all your incoming traffic is going to be on a main actual machine that's running other important things. I mean, so a lot of people do, but I don't really like it, so whatever. I mean, it's my decision, right? I can do whatever I want. It's going to be sat at the top of the rack in the new rack because, you know, why would I have it all the way down there? It's just kind of convenient to be up here. I don't know, it's never really going to be touched. It's just going to be remoted into, and then that's that really. Because Dell iDRAC is amazing. If you guys want to buy a server purely just because of remote access, buy Dell. I would recommend anyway, because I've had other servers, but I really like the iDRAC. It is just great. You can control it through BIOS as well. But anyway, I'm going to stop like pretty much just like loving Dell. I think I said like about 20 times then, but it's fine. So a quick overview, 3 more servers. They're all very powerful, very nice. And I was going to go with R720XD or an R730XD for the 13th and 12th gen servers. But to be honest, I really don't need DDR4 RAM, which is probably the main advantage other than obviously the bigger CPUs. But I don't need DDR4. Some people do for like RAM intensive workloads, but I really don't need it for my home lab quotes. So yeah, I'm well happy with 710s for their processor performance, so whatever. Yeah, I don't need it, so I mean whatever, it's my decision. If you guys really need DDR4, go over 720 XD or something. I might go to one to be honest, but it will purely be a backup server at that point, or I'll custom build something in a, I think they're called Roswell cases, the 4U chassis things, maybe, I don't know. I need something a bit more drives than 6 to be honest, if I'm going to do a proper backup server for everything. But I'm also going to need a backup server off-site as well, so that's all future to come. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to add. A UPS is coming soon as well once the other rack is done, because I'm not going to bother putting everything in this rack. Because if I did, without spaces in between, I could probably fill this rack up to about 24. And then I have this little space here for a monitor. Which, yeah, it's not staying, because I don't actually use it anymore. I did before I understood how to use iDRAC, and now I don't use it anymore, which is great. But yeah, I have my cables separated, the top one on each one. I've separated them for the minute, just because it was convenient at the time, but I'm obviously not going to when they come real world, I guess. And this final setup in the bigger rack, that's my final setup, basically. Yeah, the top one is internet, and the bottom one is iDRAC, as you can kind of see. These ones aren't labelled yet, these ones are all kind of new, but whatever. They're all gigabit. iDRAC doesn't use gigabit, it uses 100, but it doesn't matter. And if I get super fancy, SFP between all the servers to go 10 gigabit. I know it's SFP plus, I haven't got a switch for that yet, but it's all future to come. It's going to be super fun. If you guys like servers, please stick around, because you are actually going to maybe really enjoy this. That's been that, guys, and hopefully you really enjoy, actually, because I'm really enjoying it. And like I said, stick around, because if you like anything tech-related, this should be right up your alley. Also, give me suggestions what I should do with the other servers, because while I'm not using them, I can test out some stuff. And there is other things I could really easily do, like Plex or something. But, I mean, I've got an Android, and, yeah, Plex, I don't see why people use Plex for Android, if I'm being honest. Either download it to your phone, you can get a micro SD card, or just stream it legally, because we don't support illegal streaming here anyway. But yeah, I don't really care about Plex, to be honest. and I think that's probably the main thing everyone uses for servers. So yeah, that's not really what I care about. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video. I'll probably do a couple of streams in between, because the other server's the other rack's gonna be in like a couple months maybe, or a month or two. So yeah, I'm not even 100% sure myself when it's coming yet, because they don't give me a very precise time. But yeah, 3 new servers, 4 overall, very fun, very powerful. If you guys liked it, leave a like and sub, because why not? If you kind of make the camera focus on your hand instead of that, you have all the lights kind of glowing in the background. I love pictures like that. It just kind of fascinates me. Anyway, thanks everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Hey guys, a bit of a side note, I'm kind of sorry, I actually forgot this during the main shoot of the video. This is about 2 hours after. I'm kind of like ish way through editing. It didn't take me 2 hours, by the way. I just haven't really started till about 20 minutes ago. But anyway, I noticed when I kind of talked about them and said that these have 12 cores, 48 gigs of RAM, and before you ask, I think my finger was in the frame then, that's helpful. I wasn't lying, they are that. It's just I wanted to give a bit more of a spec perspective, if that makes sense, because like I said, I kind of want to put this more like a tech channel as well. So I mean, there's no point saying 12 cores, and that's basically it. So yeah, I'm not going to bother opening up one because they look identical. Probably about a very few amount of people could spot the differences. But anyway, so like I said, all these 3 are identical. So I'm only going to obviously give you one spec, but they are 2 times Xeons. And each Xeon is an X5650. It's 6 cores, 12 threads each. And it runs at, oh god, I'm pretty sure it's 2.6 gigahertz, 2.66, I think. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 2.66. And I mean, they're fine. They're having a bit of an issue at the moment. I want to swap them out for, I think they're called 50... Oh god, I think they're called 5690s, I'm pretty sure. And they are 6 cores, 12 threads again, but they have like a 3 gigahertz or something, I'm pretty sure. They have higher clock speed, basically, which is beneficial because some servers, for example game servers, I found out that some of them don't like running on low clock speed CPUs. The RAM is fine, and the actual performance is fine, but in terms of the clock speed, it's just killing it, and sometimes they'll tick, lag, a bit of ping. Not ping, god, rubber banding, that's it. Ping is internet. But yeah, that's the CPUs on these machines. The RAM, like I said, is 48 gigs. It is obviously DDR4, oh my god, wow, wrong way around. DDR3 ECC RAM, and obviously it's ECC, because Xeon support it. I mean, why wouldn't you in a server? But it is 1333 megahertz, and kind of similar to what I said earlier about I don't need DDR4, or even I don't need like hundreds of gigs of DDR3. Yeah, I don't really need super fast DDR3 either. And I don't really think the Xeons, these Xeons support anything higher than 1666 maybe, or 1800, I can't quite remember. But I don't really need super fast RAM. If I get to the point where I do, I'll probably just buy a 720 to be honest, and then have that as a super powerful game server that needs super fast RAM. And yeah, I mean, why not? Also, I kind of wish I was touching it as well. It's a bit more technical again. I did mention about a 720. That would be a proper backup server, because it'd have a lot of capacity, etc. Because it has 24 drive bays. Yeah, the 720 has 24 drive bays, and it will probably have 2 SSDs in RAID 0. I mean, not redundant, but I mean, you don't really care for my reason of using it. They're going to be caching drives, so everything is going to get loaded onto it, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it, because I don't think 2 SSDs would be enough. I could do 4 in RAID 0, but the more I add for caching, the less I'm going to actually have, drive capacity, but 24 drive bays is enough. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'll probably do 4 drives in RAID 0, SSDs, probably 1 or 2 terabytes, depending on what I can get, and then everything will be loaded onto them during the backup, I guess, to make it really quick. But I don't know. I'd like to do that, but if not, I'll definitely just stick with, I don't know, 10k SAS drives. That should be plenty enough, considering it's a 1 gigabit link still. They're not 10 SFPs yet, so shame. But I also, when I kind of do a bit more serious stuff with it, because at the moment I'm using it for editing, this machine, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's this machine. Or it could be this one with the RAID 8. RAID 8, wrong one. Yes, anyway, but I kind of want to put SSDs for that one because that's kind of an editing rendering server, because it is over like 700 gigabytes of files I have, which basically killed my other drive because I have my SSD on my main machine. Okay, what I was trying to say here is all these files is basically bogging up my SSD. The video cut out, I didn't really notice it until now. But I have a 1 terabyte Samsung drive, and that is literally my only drive in my computer at all. So I don't really want 3/4 of it being full because of some videos. I actually have to remove loads just about down the game. I think I mentioned this earlier, but quick overview. Thanks guys, and that's back to more me forgetting things and having to record them later. Hi guys, I also wanted to kind of add that owncloud would also be used, because I mean it's just kind of more convenient, especially from a phone. On a computer I can very much easily go to like a network drive, for example my RAID 5 array, put it on there, which is pretty much what I do, and then it's not only redundant, it's accessible throughout the whole machines that need it, and that machine editing. But yeah, owncloud would probably be used. I might use a separate server, but I'll probably put it on this one. Haven't got the other caddies for it yet, but when I do, they'll probably be 4 terabyte drives maybe, or just 2s again, because I mean my 2 terabytes, these work fine, and I think, to be honest, it's going to be enough space. Definitely for me, it'll be enough space. So good. I don't think I could ever fill up like 10 terabytes on my phone. If I do, I'll be definitely surprised. Okay guys, thank you everyone for watching, and I'm kind of sorry about the bad microphone at the end. That was completely my fault. Yeah, I'm stupid. This has had like 20 kind of retake edits after the actual main video. So one quick last tour of the rack before it goes. This storage shelf is probably going to go. It's going to get replaced with like a 2 or 3U one, so that I can actually hold things in there, because even the hard drive like basically spills over. That's going. I'm keeping both of these switches. I might even get a third switch, kind of for lols, a 100 megabit one, so I can do my iDRACs on that, and then I can do my server's internet on this switch, and then everything else on this switch. Basically no point, but you know, it's just kind of fun. This server's staying, all of the servers are staying. The PDUs might get moved to the back, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure. It kind of depends on cable runs, because obviously they have to go from here to here, which is very easy. You have to go back 3 feet, but it's fairly easy. And then they're going to have to go from probably down the bottom, because I don't really want PDUs just here. They're going to go down from the bottom to, because I'm kind of tall, I want them to be my height, easily accessible. I can work on them without having to like hurt my back and strain down, get on my legs. So yeah, that's just pretty much the quick overview of what's going to happen. Hopefully you guys stay tuned. Thanks to everyone for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, it'll be split up between some streams. And yeah, everyone please enjoy, because tech stuff is coming to the channel. It's not going to leave, and I enjoy it, so hopefully you guys will too. And there's going to be a lot of stuff. I might even do some tutorials every now and then, so you guys will learn some stuff as you're having fun. That's been me, I guess. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.